Welcome to another edition of the Capital City Sports NFL Preview Show. I'm Ben Parsons.
And I'm Nick Veronesi.
And we're here to discuss the marquee matchup between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. What are your thoughts on this game?
Well, here we are again. Another AFC Championship game between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. The fans obviously have been waiting for this matchup for a long time, and we get to see it one more time. But besides Manning, what other players on the Broncos do you think we should be paying attention to?
I think C.J. Anderson is the number one person you should pay attention on the offensive side for the Denver Broncos. Because if the Broncos can get their running game going, they can really move the ball down the field and control the clock. Additionally, I think that Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware are going to be the guys to look on defense. Now, what are your thoughts, Nick?
Well, the Broncos secondary certainly has their work cut out for them against the Patriots offense, but they're probably up to the task. Aqib Talib and TJ Ward have captained the secondary over the season, and I think they will do very well against the Patriots offense. Rob Gronkowski, Danny Amendola, and Julian Edelman have each been out with injuries over the past few weeks, and they will certainly have trouble against the Broncos secondary, especially if the defense decides to hit low, like they did in their last meeting when Rob Gronkowski got knocked out of the game. It'll definitely be an interesting matchup to see.
So, Nick, who do you think will win this championship game?
Well, it certainly won't be a huge offensive battle. The Broncos quarterbacks have been inconsistent all year, and the defense will give Tom Brady a lot of trouble. In the end, I'm going to give this a 16-13 win for the Patriots in overtime. What do you think?
Interesting decision, Nick. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos because I believe as long as they don't drop passes like last week, establish a running game, and can get pressure on Brady, I believe they will take this victory and move on to the Super Bowl.
And that'll do it for the AFC Championship game preview. Off to D'Angelo and Chandler for the NFC Championship game.
Thanks, guys. We're just going to go ahead and dive right into the NFC Championship game. Well, D'Angelo, other than Cam Newton, who do you see being impact players for the Carolina Panthers this week?
Well, my first impact player is cornerback Josh Norman. You know, he had a sluggish game against the Seattle Seahawks, but he's still one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. And my second impact player for the Carolina Panthers has to be Luke Kuechly, the only linebacker in the NFL right now, in my eyes, that can play the ball. So who is your biggest impact other than Carson Palmer on the Arizona Cardinals?
Well, I got to say, I got to start off with Patrick Peterson, definitely. He kind of had a little shaky game last week, giving up that big Hail Mary against Green Bay. I look for him to have a bounce-back effort this week, and he really doesn't have to guard, A-list wide receivers this week and everything. So I look for him to have a bounce-back game. As far as their defensive line is very formidable. They got Dwight Freeney and Calais Campbell at both ends. So I look for both of them to have big games this week as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into our picks for this week. D'Angelo, who do you have winning this game?
Well, I think this is going to be a balanced game for both teams. I think the defense and the offenses on both sides of the ball are going to have a very good impact. So I think the scores to me will be 13-10 Panthers.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I got to agree with you. I think the Panthers are going to win this game as well. Not as much as a defensive struggle as you predicted being. I got the Panthers winning it 20-17. I think Cam Newton, the rest of that Panthers offense, and the defense of the Panthers would just outplay the defense of the Cardinals. So I got to pick the Panthers this week. But that wraps things up for us. On behalf of Capital City Sports, I'm Chandler Mack.
And I'm D'Angelo Stevenson.
And we'll see y'all next week.